gone in to help her out. He was holding her for quite some time until the emergency services arrived. For that, he was commended. He was hailed as a hero. His picture appeared on the front page of one of the local newspapers. So he's very popular. He's a guardian of the community, really, as well as a pillar of the community. An all-round good guy, as you might say.
But this good guy was hiding a dark secret. At 10:40 p.m. on 3rd of January 1993, the battered body of his wife Madeline was found lifeless in a stream. It's just quite eerie being here, just knowing that Madeline's body was in the stream, and I've got photos here of the crash site. I can see the car would just have been there.
To all intents and purposes, it was a tragic road accident.
Right here. All right. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday morning, 10:01 a.m., and thank you for joining me on the third episode of my mental health podcast. I am going to expand on last week's information a little bit, and I'm going to elaborate on some new information in regards to keeping your daily mental health somewhat in check. I'm still have my ups and downs, but it's been a journey, and I want to share it with you guys. So let's get started. My mental health podcast, episode 3. All right, to get things going like normal, my disclaimer: I am not a professional. I have no degree. I do not have any certifications, so all of this is reference only and not to be taken, take things with a grain of salt. Maybe see what sticks, see what doesn't. Not everything might be applicable to you, and that's understandable. It's not going to be to everybody. We're all different. Everybody's good days and bad days look different, and being able to share this with you is something I'm very, very happy to do. So, disclaimer, I'm not a medical professional. This is not medical advice. This is a podcast about my mental health. And if anything can stick, if anything can help you that you can get from it, then even better. The next segment I appreciate is 3 things I am grateful for. Well, as much as it's a little cheesy, I am grateful for this episode number 3. It is very cool that I've made it this far, and maybe I should make it 4 things I'm grateful for, because one of them is always going to be the episode I'm on. And because that's just how it goes. When you're happy, when you're grateful for something, it's easier to follow through, and it's easier to I don't know what retouch is. I don't know how to blur the background either. Oh, turn the video off. Turn the video on. I don't know what this button is. Alright, so. Okay, my apologies on that. Playing with my camera. And as you can see this week, you guys, I got my mic situation taken care of and the camera stand. I actually got a DJI gimbal, and so hopefully you'll see some much better content coming up soon. All right, the second thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for talk therapy becoming more accepted. It's more and more now that I speak with people, and I'll mention that I go to a therapist every other Friday or every Friday sometimes, and it's not the same stigma that it used to be. More people are acceptable to it, more people are open to it, more people are accepting to it, more people are open to it, and it makes it easier to talk about and a little bit easier to do when you have that camaraderie with other people, that you're able to openly discuss something, especially if it's something that's helping you in your life. And the third thing I am grateful for, and it's not bad to do undeep things, right? Like the third thing I am grateful for is I'm grateful for my snow pants. I got a new pair of snow pants the other day. They're bibs. Kind of just what I could get within my budget, but I'm definitely warmer than I was. So I am grateful for that. I'm very grateful for that. All right. And that's 3 things I'm grateful for. So if this was like TV, it'd be like, and a word from our sponsors, but there are no sponsors. It is me. This is, so it was actually really, okay, stay on task. Is it recyclable? Now, last week, I posed a question to my audience, and this week, I have an answer. I asked if anybody knew about like cereal box, the liner bag inside, or say like a ream of crackers that comes with the plastic, and I was able to find some information, and what did I do? Okay, so. All right, sorry about that. So here is the cardboard flap from a cereal box, and once again, I really dig this. So first off, it's 100% recycled cardboard. Second off, we have the recycle for cardboard, the paper. Sorry, it's not cardboard, it's recycled as paper for the box. And then it says, if clean and dry, it says recycle. I just did a highlight thing somehow. It says recycle if clean and dry. But then it says in the middle of the thing, store drop off. So it doesn't look like something you can just put in your recycling service bin. So I thought that, and then the info it gives is how to recycle .info with the numeral 2. So I did kind of get the answer. Now, does that work towards like crackers, plastic, stuff like that? I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like the plastic bag throughout all of them could be recyclable if clean and dry. Now here's another one that we all get all the time: a United States flat rate envelope. Now this one, I could not find. Let's see if I did right here. Oh no, right here. We're good. So they have the same one, but it says it's recyclable for a paper pouch. Now the only thing that, and of course it's not going to matter, we're all throwing away batteries and throwing away lighters, and but this itself has tape over it, has plastic tape on it. So I mean, that right there could have just contaminated it. I don't know how picky they are, I'm not sure, but it's definitely not just a paper bag anymore. And that's USPS. And then the next one is actually USPS as well. And guess what? This, which you would think is recyclable, right? It's paper, it feels like. But it says right here that you cannot recycle it because of the plastic bag. It's DuPont Tyvek to protect what's inside, and that is not recyclable. It is saying do not recycle it. So that's interesting. I hadn't looked closer at that one. So there we have it. Double check your United States Postal Service stuff. Your cereal boxes recyclable. The bags, if clean. But I would double check because there's another plastic bag that can't be recycled. You have to check that out. All right. Now to touch base, and that was the segment, is it recyclable? Now, just a reminder from last week's episode on suicide prevention, 988 is a designated number by the FCC for suicide prevention and veteran assistance for PTSD and suicide. Just like we have 911 reserved, it is 988 in America. And I gotta pull this up. And along with that, there are a ton of other services. I should have been more prepared. I apologize, but I did not plan on using the phone that has my notes on it as my video. So I actually don't know how to be able to look at some of the stuff I have in there, so I'm going to pull it up on my computer. We will definitely get better at this, won't we? I hope so. All right. So, and on a spotlight in the area, I was reminded yesterday by a good friend of mine, Jessica P., that how much stuff Community Action House really does here in Michigan, in West Michigan. I'm pulling up their website right now, and they have all kinds of stuff. These look like such wonderful people. You can go right to their website, Community Action House, and it looks like they're all kinds of stuff. They have tabs looking for help, who are we, get involved, our programs. So I will drop a link to this. I know my display stuff right now, like it's not cool, like everything's up on the screen for you to look at, but when I edit and post or finalize this in my podcast, which I got to remember, this isn't just a vlog, like this is only going to be listened to, so I have to so half of the stuff that I showed for Is It Recyclable isn't applicable to just a podcast. So we're gonna get better at this. But again, week number 3, I got 2 more weeks before I ask a couple places to help sponsor a little bit, maybe help me do it. In fact, if anybody wants to sponsor this channel or any of my shenanigans, check out, I have artwork for sale. I've got a lot of good new jewelry coming up for the holidays, some other charcuterie boards that are going to be finished. But if you my cash tag is functionalArtForms. So if anybody wants to send a tip or show some love, I definitely appreciate it. Cash tag functionalArtForms. I'll take any generosity, but it's definitely not needed for me to keep doing this. I want to spread knowledge for people in the area and people that aren't sure what to do. I have had one heck of a journey with mental health, and it really takes a toll trying to explain what's in your head, and sometimes you can't explain what's in your head, and sometimes you're acting not the best and you're trying to explain yourself afterward, and it's so difficult because some people don't understand truly what it means to lose your mental faculties. So let me wrap up this thing on Community Action House, and then I'll move on to the next segment. Community Action House is a program. It is a place in a program in Holland, Michigan, and if you go to their website, communityactionhouse.org, you will find everything you need there as far as information to help donate, to participate. Not only can you donate money and physical things, but you can donate your service, your time, your energy is something else that's just as needed as it's needed to have money or food. Because what good is food if we don't have people to pass the food out, or we don't have a location? So this is a group of people that I would love to learn more about. So hopefully you can look forward to that coming up. I'm definitely going to speak more to them and relay the information. Again, communityactionhouse.org. It looks really, really cool. All right. So there's my local spotlight on a company. Now, I had, this is the part, kind of the end, like get through those formalities. And I've had a couple good suggestions. Episode 1, a friend of mine got a hold of me, and hopefully she's going to be on the show in the future. She is a wonderful person, far too knowledgeable in so much stuff, especially religion. Her father's a pastor, and she's just always been a really good friend. She brought up any information on family members. How can family members or how can friends of somebody with mental health issue be more understanding or be more helpful? That was the first question. And so my response to that is just be aware that there's something going on with the individual that just might be out of their control. Yes, we're all responsible for our actions. We all kind of know right from wrong. But when I was manic, I didn't know I was arguing. I didn't know I was talking combatively. I couldn't see that I had these floating ideas of grandeur and that I could do anything I wanted if I just all right, I'm not sure what just happened. I might have reconnected. Oh, I got some messages. Hi, I subbed. All right, good, perfect. That's what I want. Is I just want to be able to spread this information, and there's so many people out there that are blowing up on YouTube, and it's like when I was younger, we called it the 15 minutes of fame, and you're not supposed to be like take what you can while you get it, and if it's something you're passionate about, then you're going to keep doing it. So, yeah, I apologize if I missed anybody. I definitely don't know what just happened. I lost my Wi-Fi connection, it looked like. So back to how family members and friends can help or be of assistance. Now, just like with AA or NA has the programs for family members, there are resources. I'm going to have to look into those more specifically. I apologize again on my setup, my third episode. Hey, if I'm getting a little bit better every time, I'm doing okay. So my therapist and I, we call that compounding marginal improvement. It may not be much, but 0.01% every day adds up to a lot more than 0.01%. So if every episode, and I've been wanting to do episodes in between because there is so much around the town, is that it's like I almost feel like I could have a YouTube channel just on that, and that's kind of what it is. But I know I'm holding myself back some from being so scattered right now with my YouTube channel. I have too many topics, all that. The retention of returning viewers. So right now, other than some things, this mental health podcast is one of my more reoccurring and one of my more stable ventures, we'll say. For some reason, I have no issue. Well, I shouldn't say for some reason. I have no issue being in front of a camera. I love talking. If this were to ever turn into a thing where I could travel and give motivational seminars or tell my story, that would be amazing. And my story consists of, drug addiction younger, depression, mental health, anxiety. The family dynamics are crazy. My birth mother, my biological mother, passed away 4 years ago, and I've been dealing with that. And all of this with everyday life. I screwed myself over when I was younger, and I've never been able to for a long time I wasn't able to draw unemployment, and so I wasn't able to ever not have a job. I'd see people, and again, it might have been called something different when I was younger, but fun enjoyment or unemployment, right? Like, so I've never had a backup. I've never had a life where I could be super too comfortable and that played a big part on my mental health and my depression. Definitely helped when I got that taken care of. I have one son, I have an ex-wife, and we were married for 5 years. I found out a lot about myself and my mental health with having my child and with marriage and divorce. And I also realized, see, I have a network connectivity issue. So I probably did lose you guys. And I hope this mic is working better than the last one. I had to cut apart my phone case so that the little dongle would fit. Oh, that's rough. Okay. All right, back to it. So I am comfortable passing on my story because it's not like it's been hidden anyways. It's, if you know me, if you know my family, if you know somebody who knows me over the past 10 years, there's no way I could have hidden some of my stuff. I legitimately went crazy. I legitimately had a manic episode, a breakdown that lasted far too long, and did some really dumb shit in there. So to kind of put a little bit of closure on the question, how can family members help? It's just to be aware and remember that to an extent, the loved one or the individual who is having issues, it's not always the loved one or the individual that you know and love, right? If you're wondering why somebody can be so mean or yell or have tempers go up and down, remember, it's not that. It's not the person. It's not. It's, these are chemical imbalances. These are things outside of our control, and until we invest a lot of time and effort, and hopefully we have the support system through medical through the medical field to where we can get prescriptions, it can be very, 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 very hard to help or put up with. Even I know when I was manic, oh my gosh, I almost got into a fist fight with my dad. I GoPro'd everything. I'd yell. If it's terrible to even admit some of the shit I did when I was manic. But the point is, and the reason I'm here today and why I'm telling this story is because I made it, because I'm here today. I was manic, now I'm not, but there's the potential to be manic. And if I don't take care of myself and keep a good structure and stay on my medication, I'd be manic again. And that's the big topic for today's episode, is structure. We need good sleep. We need to drink lots of water. We need a balanced diet. Okay? As human beings, we're no different than a computer program or AI or whatever the hell you want to relate it to. If you put shit in, you get shit out. So why, like, if I'm not sleeping, if I'm only drinking energy drinks, for the longest point in my life, I was doing cocaine and drinking, and I couldn't figure out why my mental health was up. If I'm not taking care of myself on a daily routine, then I'm not going to be able to have expected results that are good for me or good for anybody. It can be, I understand, an uphill battle to do any of these things I've just said. Drinking lots of water, going to bed, healthy diet, it's all very, very tough. But I can't stress enough how much of an impact those things have made on my mental health state, especially with the medication. Now, I spent years trying and going back and forth with medication, and I'm not sure if it's still a thing. I know that there's all the controversy in 23andMe and DNA, but there was a I took a test called a gene site test, and where they did DNA analysis and they could pick apart what you were more likely have, what medication was more likely to have an effect on you. And I know once I did that and it narrowed down the pool of medications for mental health and anxiety that I was looking at, things became a little easier, and it was easier for my doctor at the time to prescribe. So that's a very helpful test. And last but not least, uh, I wanted to throw in there a thought I had about self-confidence, and this actually came to me years and years and years and years ago in Muskegon, Michigan, going to one of the community buildings, and this gentleman came in and he was dressed to the nines. Oh man, he had the zoot suit and the feather in the hat, the cane, and I noticed something else right away. He had a sniffle, and so I had mentioned, I'd said something to him about looking nice, and then there was a coworker that mentioned something to him, and he said, "Yep." He says, "My mom always told me that if you're not feeling your best," and I imagine he was talking about a sniffle, but it could have been much more than that. Also, he said, "No matter what, just put on your Sunday's best and go out there and feel good about yourself, and that's gonna help straighten out the other thoughts." Again, mental health is a tough one. It is an ongoing battle. It is a throwing darts at the wall sometimes on medication, because it takes time for the medication to get in. You have to take it at the same time every day. You have to keep the same schedule, and you have to be honest with your doctor, is that it can be really tough to stay on that track. But if there's anything I can pass on to from this, I don't know how to type. Maybe I type here. Chat filter. No. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I learn as I go. Where was I? See, this is ADHD, ADD. Oh, can't vape inside. Forget where I was, but that's okay. I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope next week goes a lot better. Tuesday mornings at 10. And in the comments, once this video is posted, I will have links to Community Action House. Don't forget, suicide help or assistance, dial 988 in the United States. I'll have to find some other information for other regions. And if you have any questions, or would like to hear anything on the show, I have an email set up just for that. But I don't remember. I think it's my mental health with FAF at gmail.com. I will put that in the links. This has been really fun. I love this. I have no clue. I've been watching my the live count kind of go up and down. I hope I shared some good information. I hope that some people reach out with questions. I would love to take the time to dig in and find some answers, or ask me anything about myself. And that's how we can go from there. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for my subscriber in the comment. I'm definitely going to keep up my dreams. I'm having too much fun. And I'm glad that YouTube is getting back to be YouTube. When YouTube first came out, it wasn't what it is. And there wasn't TikTok, and there wasn't Reels, and there wasn't Snapchat, whatever the fuck, X or Twitter. It was YouTube. It was broadcast yourself. Well, hell yeah, that's what I'm doing. I've been through a hell of a life with my mental health. I'm getting somewhere, and I have information I feel I can spread to the public, and this is how I'm going to do it. So if you like the hat, reach out. You can pre-order one. My cash tag, functionalArtForms. If you have a tip to leave me, anything helps. Other than that, this is going to be here again next week at on Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. Thank you very much to everybody who tuned in, and I hope you have a blessed day. Don't forget, you can restart your attitude. You can restart your day anytime you want. Just have a positive attitude. Be good to the people around you. Treat others how you want to be treated. And we're all humans. Let's all love one another. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.